Hi everybody, it's John Mabbott here from Cloud9 Games. This video is demonstrating the character creation process in Subterranea. Here you're seeing the main menu. When I click on New Game, I'm taken to the Character Pool screen. Here I can review the characters I've created previously and add them to up to 6 of them to an adventuring party. However, this time I'm going to show you how I create a new character. The character creation screen has a lot of information on it. Top left is the visualization panel. When we get enough information to show a character model, you'll see a full body shot here, a headshot here, and within the game you can review what items your character has equipped here. Below the visualization panel is the stats panel. This is all your character's vital statistics. You can hover over any of these to see the in-game manual, which will remind you what all of these mean. Up here are the tabs that show us each stage of the character creation process. We're on the first stage, where we set the ability scores. Down the bottom of each stage is some help text that will remind you what you need to do to fill out the stage. I'm going to roll the dice a few times. I'm looking to create a character called Old Pete, an aging rogue. This looks like a pretty good set of ability scores. I'll use 18 for dexterity, he's pretty agile, 16 for charisma, 13 for strength, 13 for constitution, 13 for wisdom, 10 for intelligence. Let's open up the profile screen where I can enter Old Pete's name. Choose a race. These should be pretty familiar to fantasy RPG players. Old Pete's going to be a human. I can see what that means. I can see that humans are pretty average, but they do get an extra feat and 4 extra skill points at first level, which will come in pretty handy. Old Pete's obviously a male, a rogue. You'll see a lot of information here for classes because Subterranea supports advancement up to level 20, which is essentially realistically a no level cap. Old Pete's chaotic neutral, which means free spirit. That describes him pretty well. So you can here you can see a model of Old Pete's appeared on this section, and here's a view of his head. This is his default characteristics, which I'm going to change now. So moving on to the body tab, you can see I can make Old Pete really tall, 6'6", down to really short, 4'10". However, I'll make him a bit under average, 5'4". Similarly with the weight, I can make him pretty overweight or pretty thin. So I'm going to say he's pretty lean. I could make Old Pete quite muscly or skinny. I'm going to I'll put the slider where I think I'll make him pretty wiry. Skin tone ranges from dark to light. I'm going to say that Old Pete's got a pretty reasonable tan. Now skin tone you can see more easily on the head tab. I'm going to change this from normal to wrinkly. So you can see that Old Pete's been a bit weathered. Alright, going into the head tab. Unfortunately Old Pete's starting to lose his hair a bit. And it's actually gone completely white. However, he's still sporting a pretty mean goatee and some strong blue eyes. That's Old Pete. Moving on to the extras tab, there's nothing here for me to choose because Old Pete's not a ranger with a favoured enemy, and he doesn't have the turn or rebuke undead ability. So I can move straight on to the feats tab. So being a rogue, Old Pete already gets a few abilities and feats for free: sneak attack, trap finding, light armour proficiency and simple weapon proficiency. However, being a human, he gets to pick an extra feat to start with. So rather than going through all these in the interest of speed, I'm going to just look at a couple. So you can hover over any of these and see what they actually mean. So I'm going to say, because of Old Pete's circus background, he's both acrobatic and agile. Moving on to skills, So you'll see that because old Pete's a rogue, a lot of these skills are marked in gold, which means they're class skills. So that means every skill point I invest, they go up 1 rank, up to a maximum of 3 plus the character's level. So in this case 4. So again, for the interest of time, I'm just going to max out some of old Pete's class skills. So see as I'm going down, the ability modifier for each skill changes depending on what ability governs the skill. Alright, that's done. Because old Pete's a rogue, he doesn't have any spells, so I could actually create him now. However, I'll just check the head tab, making sure I've got everything right to my liking. Yep, so you can go back and review any of these tabs and change them before you hit create. I hit create now, and there's old Pete added to my character pool, so he's ready to start adventuring. Alright, that's the character creation process in Subterranea. Thanks for watching.